welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. Daily Dose Radio is proud to say that we have a reduced carbon footprint. No carbons were harmed in the creation of this podcast. Today we're looking at verses 116 and 117 in the Psalmic section of Psalm 119. And here we find some prayer requests that the author of our psalm gives us. Actually, we kind of sneak into his prayer closet, don't we? We get to listen in. He says, "Uphold me, according unto thy word, that I may live, and let me not be ashamed of my hope. Hold thou me up, and I shall be safe, and I will have respect unto thy statutes continually." Now you notice that 116, he says, "Hold me up according unto thy word." Okay, now we have that again in 117. We have "uphold me according to thy word" in 116, and then if you look at 117, he says, "hold thou me up." You remember yesterday when we talked about 114 and John Mason Neal's suggestion that second word should be taker-upper? Well, here in 116, we have him taking up the psalmist. Hold me, uphold me. So the taker-upper is doing his job, according to thy word. Now that's the way God always works, and that's the way prayer always works. You always pray according to the word. Ask the Lord to do it according to his word. You say, how do I do that? Well, you go and you find the place in the word that gives you license or warrant to make that request. And then you make it according to his word. So you pray for whatever it might be according to the word. And then you say, and here's the word. It's good for you to say that. It's good for you to repeat that back to him. That I may live, he says, and let me not be ashamed of my hope. Now, what's his hope in? His hope is recorded there for us in 114. I hope in thy word. So uphold me according to your word. Don't let me be ashamed of my hope because I'm hoping in thy word. Well, this is gorgeous, isn't it? And then he comes back in 117 and we have another taker-upper statement here. Hold thou me up and I shall be safe. Yeah, well, if the Lord takes us up out of the evil pit, if he delivers us from the snare, that the wicked have laid for us, if he keeps us from the evil that's around us and the evildoers that surround us, he's our taker-upper. He holds me up, and safety then is our experience. So the psalmist is sharing his experience of safety, and the Lord has provided for him because he's answering this prayer. Hold thou me up, and I shall be safe. So this is a prayer, but I think it's also a confident confession. He makes the request, hold thou me up, but the statement there, and I shall be safe, that doesn't always come out of our mouths when we pray. But for this fellow, he makes the prayer request, and then he says, I know it. I know I'm going to be safe because you're my taker-upper. And I will have respect unto thy statutes continually. So again, another confident confession here in 117. Hold thou me up, and I shall be safe, and I will have respect unto thy statutes continually. Well, it really doesn't get any better than that, does it? So these statutes, we have, again, the 10 words repeated over and over and over in these sections. Statutes, hope, or statutes and word, commandments, law. We've had all of those in these first 5 verses. So very important that we kind of highlight that. He has made sure that he continues to go over that same ground with us. We're learning, aren't we, about God's Word. We're learning to pray according to God's Word. We're learning to hope in God's Word. We're learning to say no to the evildoers by keeping His Word. It's so important, and the psalmist doesn't want to miss out on any of that. All right, join me again tomorrow. We'll look at verses 118 and 119 here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.